Supreme Court to hear challenge to conversion therapy ban for minors. The Supreme Court on Monday agreed to take up a Christian therapist challenge to a state law barring conversion therapy that attempts to change a young person's sexual orientation or gender identity. Kaylee Childs, who practices in Colorado, says the state law banning such treatment is unconstitutional and has forced her to deny counseling to potential clients who share her faith in violation of her religious beliefs. More than 20 states and the District of Columbia restrict mental health counseling that attempts to change a young person's gender identity or sexual orientation. The law follows recommendations by most professional healthcare providers, associations that such counseling can harm young people. The justices will review the case in the terms that begins in October. Colorado Attorney General Philip J. Weiser criticized conversion therapy as unscientific and cruel and defends the law as within the state's power to set standards for mental health professionals. States have long regulated medical practices to protect patients from harmful professional conduct, he said in a statement. Colorado's law protecting young people from unscientific and cruel gay conversion therapy practices is humane, smart, and appropriate. I agree with this. I wholeheartedly agree with this. I look at it like this. If you can't smoke cigarettes until you're 21, you can't drink alcohol until you're 21, you can't die for your country until you're 18, and you can't and you can't get a credit card till you're 18. Why are we letting 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds being able to get sexual reconstruction on their bodies? It is a crime. It's child abuse, and I don't agree with it. When you become an adult, do whatever the hell you want to do with yourself. That's fine.
I just had a conversation like this, just speaking with somebody who I know who lives in Brazil, and we're talking about this. It's just it's a situation to where even they're doing it down there at like 5 and 6, 7 years old. They're letting them do it down there, and he was just letting me know, like, sometimes they get a little older and then they regret doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like, because they're just too young. You need. My personal opinion is like you should at least be 18 years old. Go once you're 18, you can move out, do whatever you want. Anyways, they say you can go to war. If you can go to war, you should be able to do. I feel like you should be able to do whatever else you want to do too at that point in time. You know, if I can die for this country, then I should be able to drink. I should be able to do whatever else as well too. And so that's how I feel about it. I have nothing else really to. I mean, we spoke on this issue several times, so we know what our personal feelings are on it. But there's no way that I feel like, we should be pushing our kids to like make the life-changing decisions before they've even had puberty, before they've even really gone through any kind of hurt in life. They haven't even realized anything, and they haven't even gone. So
and mostly it's the moms pushing this too. I don't think I've ever seen a dad come out and be like, cut my son's wee off and make him a girl. What about
Dwayne Wade?
You sure that was his? Who wears the pants in that relationship?
I don't know. I think Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade had to accept it. If Dwayne Wade wanted to be real, if he wasn't a basketball player, he'd be like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Dwayne Wade wears
what about Magic
fingernail
Johnson?
polish, brother.
What about Magic Johnson?
He wears fingernail polish.
I guess he does. Look, Gabrielle Union probably, whatever.
Nah, brother. I think something's not right.
I look at Texas made this law years ago. And they said any parent that does this, it's child abuse, which it is. You have a boy, he's a boy. You have a girl, she's a girl. Now, if she becomes an adult, 18, or she becomes a teenager, she'd be like, well, I feel like this, I feel like that. When they're 18, they should be able to make that decision. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Wholeheartedly. And parents, you shouldn't feed into that. Look at Sherilyn Thiessen, or whatever her name is. Despicable woman. She adopted 2 black little kids.
I forget her name. It's like
Sherilyn Thiessen, whatever. She adopted 2 black little kids, 2 black boys, and has been dressing up like girls ever since she got them.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. I don't even understand that. It just doesn't even make sense, man. Like, how are they all of a sudden now they're I don't know, man. It's a tough thing to
it's crazy because that's and I tell you all the time, that's one of the topics that lost Democrats the election. Because people are like this, look, if your lifestyle and your sexual orientation makes it so you can't have children, you know what I'm saying, then it is what it is. But once you start going and trying to affect people who have children, you know what I'm saying, that's when people drew the line. They're like, look, you can't, if you're not a breeder, then you're trying to be a recruiter.
I can agree with that.
You know
as
what I'm
well
saying?
too.
That's the
I can
only way you can
understand
carry
that.
on with what you're doing. You're trying to recruit people into it. But at the end of the day, people need to be adults before they make life-changing.
Do you think that they're recruiters, though? I mean, a recruiter is a tough word to say because honestly, I don't think anyone has to recruit anyone into that lifestyle. I think some people just
decide, hey, they want to be gay or whatever, right?
That's what they want to do.
But changing your gender and cutting off to a child,
That's
See,
crazy.
my daughter was like, yo, Dad, I remember I told you one time when I was like 11, I was like, I think I like girls, or I think I'm non-binary, whatever. She's like, then I turned like 13, I realized I was tripping. I'm like, yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to hear a little 4-year-old be like, Mom, am I a girl? He'd be like, yeah, and the little boy's going to think he's a girl. You know, you tell him, yo, you're a boy.
I watched this video of this mom who had her like 3 sons or something, right? And she was doing the video like that, that bow, 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 that little beat to come on. Then they started like shaking around, and she had her sons doing that, man. I was like, oh my God.
I saw that. She's like, I don't need no man to raise my boys.
Oh my! I mean, I don't know if that was actually her who wrote that over top of it, or whether it was somebody who took the video after she played it, and then they wrote that, kind of as a joke thing, but. My God, I couldn't believe it, man. I'm like, man, those little boys don't even realize. Are you serious? I mean, is this what you did you want a little friend? That's what this was. I mean, don't get it wrong. This is not to say that this is all women's fault. There's men out there who are doing things that, I mean, like they don't have any business doing.
And some women would be like, oh, I always wanted a gay son because they couldn't have a daughter, or they do it out of spite to the father. I said what I said.
Okay. I'm going to leave that alone at that.
I said what I said. I said what I said. Anyways, folks, let us know how you feel in the comments. Uncommon Courtesy.